Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip, and I have a backache. Anyway, guys, I hope this finds you well. I was watching with Gypsy in the background with Straight Out of Context and Morgan Elena, and they're all talking about Gypsy's haircut. And guys, I think Gypsy's hair is a lot more. It definitely stands for something, and there's content creators talking about it now, and that's good because it's right in front of us that Gypsy is very unhappy with herself. And you know when somebody's unhappy with themselves because they're always changing who they are, or they're trying to change who they are. And that's what Gypsy's doing. I don't know why she cut her hair the way she cut her hair. There's friends of hers saying that she fried her hair, and then there's friends of hers defending her saying, no, she didn't fry her hair, she just wanted to do it. I would say that personally, I know Milo, he's sick of me talking about her, and I'm going to talk about that too. I think that anymore, like physically, it doesn't matter because there's hair extensions, there's wigs, there's everything. That stuff, it doesn't matter to Gypsy. Gypsy could have cut her hair really short because maybe she wants to just start wearing wigs. I don't think Gypsy can help herself. Clearly, she cannot help herself. She's always going to change her appearance because she's just a miserable person. She was obviously a miserable person before the crime because she was changing her appearance then too. She never seemed to tell the truth about anything. She acted well out of the ordinary. Now, some of that's her mom, but a lot of that's on Gypsy. Gypsy had the opportunity to change her life around. A lot of you have said to me, I think you misheard a video that I put out. To be honest with you, I wasn't saying give Gypsy Rose a second chance. Not at all. Gypsy had her second, third, fourth. She has had one chance after another chance after every interview she has put out. She has had the opportunity to tell the truth, and she's not. I am not stupid to that. I was asking, what does somebody do when they actually have spent 8.5 years or 10 years in prison for a crime of murder, and where do they get out and get a chance? I wasn't speaking about Gypsy. I was speaking in general. That's where that came from. But regarding Gypsy, she had her chance. I haven't fallen into that I think Gypsy's great. I thought her parodies were funny. That's okay. I'll wear that. I don't think all of it's funny. I don't think the reference to her mom was funny. But I thought the parodies were funny. Again, there wasn't one made of me, so I'm not speaking directly. I mean, I don't know how I would feel. I would like to think that I laugh at myself. I do laugh at myself, but I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Gypsy doesn't deserve any more chances. Nick deserves a fair trial. Dee Dee deserves her legacy put back intact. That's what these people deserve, in my opinion. You know, I don't want to talk about Gypsy every time she changes her look because that's something that the magazines and that paparazzi and that people do for celebrities. And Gypsy's not a celebrity at all. Not at all. And we know that. She's infamous. End of story. She unalived her mom and had somebody else take the hit for it. And that's what happened there. She has shown us who she is time and time and time and time again. The only thing that remains consistent about Gypsy is her patterns. That's the only thing. So the fact that she looks in the mirror and doesn't like what she's looking at, that's on Gypsy. Gypsy's got to work on that. She had the opportunity to work on that in prison. Didn't. And now she's made things even more complicated. She's going to work on it by having a fucked up relationship, which her and Ken have now. I totally believe that. And by being a mom for the first time. So just throw on the other shit that you should have worked on in prison. If you would have worked on what you were supposed to work on in prison for yourself, you'd be able to devote all your time to the baby. You'd be able to look in the mirror, like what you see. You'd be able to love yourself enough to love your child and the person you're supposed to be spending your life with. But that's not Gypsy. She just doesn't work like that. So I don't know what's next for her. You know, I made a joke that she's going to go and do a comedy act. Okay. I don't know what's next for her, but I'm not going to be listening to lives where she's talking about plucking her eyebrows and cutting her hair because she has an illness that was up to the prison to take care of, in my opinion, the parole board to take care of if the prison fucked up, which apparently they did, and the parole board apparently didn't make her work on herself at all to make her a better person to come out to us in society to. Nope, they didn't they failed us there. The same Gypsy Rose that went into prison, the same Gypsy Rose that came out of prison. Probably even more deviant, I would think so. Definitely would think so. So I'm not going to cover every time Gypsy cuts her hair or wears clothing or this or that, because I think that's what she wants. And again, that's what they do to celebrities. And again, she is not that. She has some sort of sickness, and there is something that people pull their hair and their eye. There's something that goes with that. And if that's the case, Alexa, what's it called when people pull out their eyebrows and pull out their hair?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the impulse control disorder that denotes the urge to pull out the hair from any part of one's own body is called trichotillomania.
Somebody in her family or somebody in her circle needs to say to her, you need help. Go get yourself some help. For nobody else, do it for your daughter. Do it for your daughter, because this isn't right. Especially at your age, you should be able to cope with stress, or at least stop causing it for yourself, Gypsy. One or the other, either you cope with it or stop causing it. That would be the thing to do. What else could she do? Seriously. And how much should we cover on it? I just don't want to cover for the sake of covering, guys. Guys, I want you to be better today than you were yesterday, not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. I appreciate all of you. I really do. Thank you for your subscriptions. Many of you have reached out to me via email. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you for my super thanks and my cash apps and stuff like that. Thank you. But really, thank you for the time you've given me. I really appreciate you taking the time to write to me. Thank you guys a lot. And those that want to subscribe, please do. I have another channel as well. Everybody has a story to tell with Toddy One Skip. Guys, I don't think Gypsy deserves more than what she's already been given, and then she was given more than she deserved. And that's what I think. That's the truth. Be better today than you were yesterday.